What's up, guys? The Strong Boys 19 here. Sorry for the way I look and sound from my voice. I'm talking quite a bit quieter and deeper because I am starting to suffer with a bit of a sore throat, and it's really a pain in the ass, and it feels sore. But I'm here to ask you a question that is controversial, but I want my answer and this topic to be completely honest with ourselves. Let's be honest with each other. No judgmental, negative comments. But I know that not many people would accept that for some stupid reason. But the thing is, there has to be this question that some people would say, what is the most overrated album of all time? So, drop a comment down below and tell me what you think is the most overrated album ever, and answer the question with reasons in a very open and fair way. I think my answer would have to be Pink Floyd's The Dark Side of the Moon. Now, that does not mean that I dislike it. I gave it a review. I gave it a perfect 10. It's one of my all-time favourite albums. Pink Floyd is one of my top 10 bands of all time. And I did put it in a video of my top 50 albums of all time. But the reason why I think Dark Side of the Moon is the most overrated, I think it is far too overhyped to be placed as the top album or the top 5 album of all time pick. And you may say that same thing about Sgt. Pepper's, and I have no problem with that at all, because it's not everyone's favourite album ever. Yes, and that album is highly regarded as the best album of all time. I love it as much as Revolver, two of my all-time favourite albums. But The Dark Side of the Moon is an album that I still love. I love the album from start to finish, but I've heard it that many times that I can just picture the album inside my head, and not listen to it far too much anymore. And, the concept was really interesting, outstanding musicianship, phenomenal ideas, and songwriting aspects from Roger Waters was unique, but as an album, many people say it as the best album of all time, but I don't think it is. There are albums that I've placed higher than Dark Side of the Moon that you may be very surprised to see if you haven't seen that top 50 albums of all time video that I've done back in late 2017. But, that's particularly the reason why I think Dark Side of the Moon's the most overrated. It just, for me, doesn't live up to the hype as the god tier album of all time, as some people say that it is. I want to know what your thoughts are in the comments below about this, but if your album choice for the most overrated of all time is different to Dark Side of the Moon, please let me know. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll keep you guys posted for more videos in the near future.